What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dolo J, aka the Dolo Kid, back with another video on the Dolo Kid NBA channel. Make sure y'all go check out my last video, you know what I'm saying? Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and do what y'all been doing, man. I really was depressed a little bit about, about my last channel. And if you go watch the other video, I talk a little bit more in depth about what happened. But yeah, man, it can't stop the show, man. I know I'm gonna be big in this one day, so I can't let nothing like that deter me. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the first two games of the NBA Finals, and possibly talk about how Game 3 is gonna go. So you already know, man. Lace up the kicks. So all right, the Boston Celtics have won the first two games of the NBA Finals. The first game was, for the most part, kind of a beating of sorts. Like you ever got a call home from school and your mama answered the call and she just look at you and you already know you was finna get it? That's what type of game one was. Basically, for like the majority of it. It got a little bit closer towards the end, but nah. Now the second game was closer throughout. The Mavericks did have the lead basically for like the first half, majority of the first half, and then in the second half the Celtics just did their thing, took over the game. Now the Mavericks did make it close. It's not a crazy game. I think the Celtics, their biggest lead was probably maybe 14 points, 13 points, 12 points, something like that. But another bad shooting game from Jason Tatum. 6 of 22 from the field, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists. Drew Holiday led the team in scoring this game. 26 points, 11 of 14 from the field, and 11 rebounds. Jaylen Brown had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Luka was pretty much like the only guy, from what it seemed like in game two, to me, that was really just getting his offense. 32 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. I believe Luka also had 8 turnovers that game. PJ Washington was the second leading scorer, 17 points. Also grabbed 7 boards. Kyrie Irving had 16 points and 6 assists. 10 of those points came in the first half. And I believe Kyrie has yet to hit a shot from 3. I think he went 0 of 5 in this game. And in game 1, he also went 0 of 3, if I'm not mistaken. Neither team shot the ball well from 3. Celtics went 10 of 39. That's 25%. And the Mavs went 6 of 26, which is roughly 23%, something like that. And 4 of those threes came from Luka. One 3 came from PJ Washington, and the other 3 came from Dante Exum in his 10 minutes of play. So yeah, man. To me, the Celtics have definitely came and, what's the word I'm looking for? They pretty much, I'm not going to say totally derailed the Mavs offense, but they made it harder for them to get to their bread and butter. PJ Washington, Jared Jones Jr. are not shooting the corner threes like they normally do. It's more above the break, wing threes, top of the key threes, things like that. And I believe they shoot maybe 23% on those type of shots. Versus from the corners, they shoot roughly maybe 45, anywhere from like 35 to like 45%, something like that. So you got guys taking shots in places where they don't normally get their shots from, or where they're not the most effective shooting from. That does a lot. Kyrie has not been able to get going. The Celtics have played the best defense that you could possibly play on a guy of Kyrie Irving's caliber. And even Jaylen Brown getting a steal on him. It's not too many times I've seen the ball stolen from Kyrie, or he turns the ball over, or he just takes shots where it's like, I don't know if you should have took that shot. Now, there's a lot of shots he missed that were wide open. I'm not going to sit here and act like Kyrie just took a whole bunch of contested shots, but it's just a different Kyrie. Now, I know throughout the Western Conference portion of the playoffs, Kyrie was a guy where, depending on the series, depending on the game, he more tried to pick his spots, get his guys going, be the leader, uplift his team, things like that. But that first game against Minnesota, Kyrie had like 24 in the first half. And coming into Boston, given the fact of, he said, basically, they're in the way of our goal. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't take no shot at them or nothing like that. He was just speaking the truth. I would expect him to come out and have a game with at least 22 to 24 points. At least. That's just what I'm thinking. That's what I have Kyrie. That's what I think of Kyrie for myself. Him and Luka was basically doing their thing, but they haven't played a team with a defensive versatility such as the Boston Celtics. Another thing they've done, they put Tatum on the big man, and they have Brown, basically on Luka. So when they do the Luka big pick and roll, now it goes from Jaylen Brown to Jason Tatum on you. You don't really get the advantage you're looking for as versus an Al Horford, possibly even a Kristaps Porzingis. Also, it's just the lob is just not there. I believe the Mavericks probably had one lob these first two games versus the other three series where I think they had a combined maybe 45, 50, 55 lobs. That's part of the bread and butter, and that also makes Lively and Gafford not necessarily unplayable, but it's like they don't fit into the scheme of what you need to do for this series, this particular series. And Lively, he made some costly mistakes, especially in game 2 when he was trying to get an open lane. I believe it was for Josh Green, and he just ran over Kristaps Porzingis like it was just like a blatant foul. But he's a rookie. He's a 20-year-old rookie, first time in a situation like this. A lot of the Mavericks are in their first NBA Finals. I believe Kyrie, off the top of my head, is the only active player I believe that's actually been to the finals. So, yeah, a lot of jitters for them. Recently, maybe about 15 minutes ago, I learned that Kristaps Porzingis is he's injured. He injured his foot. I believe he rolled his ankle. A lot of people probably thinking he probably re-injured his hamstring, but from what I seen, it looked like he kind of just rolled his ankle in a bad way. Hard for him to get elevation. Hard for him to get up and down the court. He didn't really look like himself, especially in game 1 where he came out flaming. I'm talking about hot. I believe he had 18 in the first half, something like that. He just came in guns blazing, bro. Came in guns blazing. And another thing to harp back onto the defensive versatility of the Boston Celtics, they also have a lot of offensive versatility as well. There's different ways Drew Holiday can score the ball. There's different ways Derek White can score the ball. Tatum and Brown can score the ball different ways. Porzingis, he's not more of a post-up guy. Even Al Horford can kind of score in different ways, whether it be in the paint or the three. But I was watching a Low video, Legend of Winning, shout out to him. And basically he was stating something like the Mavericks have a lot of one-trick ponies. And when you sit back and really think about it, they kind of do. Not necessarily one-trick ponies per se, but their players are not as versatile as the Celtics players are. Gafford probably only going to rebound, catch lobs, block shots. Lively, rebound, catch lobs, block shots. Occasionally makes he's the better passer of the two big men. They tried to play Maxi Kleber, but he has this big clunky brace on his shoulder, and they say it still hurts for him to shoot. So he's the only floor spacing big that you have. So I think they play more of him, but I think he got in foul trouble. But it's like it's not a lot of spacing. It's clogged. Luka can't get to where he want to go. Kyrie can't get to where he want to go. That's kind of hard when you want them to try and drive, kick, collapse the defense, and then you have them Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington open corner threes. You have Jaden Hardy, hitting some open shots. You have Josh Green hitting some open shots. So the Celtics' defensive game plan has really been able to slow down the Mavs offense. And the thing about it is the Celtics haven't shot the ball well, so they really have been harping on their defense. Like I said, Tatum, 6 of 22 from the field. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, he's not scoring like that, and he's shooting bad, but he's affecting the game in other ways. 9 rebounds, 12 assists. Just think about it. All right, I'm not scoring, so I'm going to just go ahead, drive, kick. I'm still a threat to score, regardless of how many shots I made or didn't make. They still going to collapse on me. And then, boom, I'm going to just kick it to my guy in the corner, or kick it to the open guy, or dump it off to the, open guy right under the paint and get an easy basket. That's still being aggressive. He's still being aggressive. It's just he's not having the 30-point game, the 40-point game, 50-point games that we're accustomed to him having. And that is okay. It doesn't matter if he doesn't play his best as long as his team ultimately ends up with a championship. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video off right there. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Dolo Kid NBA channel. Until next time, YouTube, make sure you lace up them kicks. Peace.